What is going to take place on General Hospital in November is going to be an incredible series of events that will shake the foundation of Port Charles. And Maxie Jones is going to be at the center of everything that is going to take place. An explosive confrontation is about to take place, which will put her resilience to the test and ultimately cause her to take a careful look at the choices that she has made. Her world is going to be shaken by this encounter. There are a number of secrets, hidden motives, and strained relationships that are coming to light. And Maxie's world is going to be rocked by this clash. Maxie's encounter with the situation. At the same time that Maxie's life has never been easy, she has always been the kind of person who is able to persist through difficult circumstances. Maxie is no stranger to drama, because she is a single mother who must balance her work at deception with the problems of handling delicate friendships and familial connections. As a result, she constantly finds herself in a precarious situation. Nevertheless, in November of this year, she will be met with a confrontation that is utterly distinct from what she is accustomed to experiencing. This disagreement is on a personal level, and it is going to put Maxie under a great deal of pressure to the point where she will explode. When she discovers that someone she trusted has been keeping a vital secret from her, it marks the beginning of everything that is to come. She has been betrayed by people she loves in the past, but the sorrow is more profound this time around. Maxie's incredulity is evident at first. She has been wronged by people she loves in the past. Austin, who has been her love interest on and off several occasions, has been the subject of suspicions that this may contain a revelation that might be considered a bombshell concerning Austin. An increasing sense of estrangement has been developing in Maxie as a result of Austin's lack of proximity and his tendency to avoid direct interaction. The deceit strikes her at the very core of her being when she discovers what he has been keeping hidden from her. This, in turn, sets off a battle that has the potential to shatter whatever connection that they may have had in the past. The unknown course of action taken by Austin. After arriving in Port Charles, Austin has been a mysterious figure in Maxie's life from the very beginning. This has been the case from the very beginning. In spite of the fact that his objectives seem to be admirable at first, there has always been a sense of mystery about him. Despite the fact that he is charismatic, he has kept his distance from her, and the fact that he is afraid to show his genuine sentiments has just served to increase her suspicions. Maxie will finally confront Austin about the secrets he has been keeping hidden and the underlying causes behind his behavior as the month of November continues. Austin has been keeping these secrets from anyone but Maxie. Texas makes an effort to defend himself after being taken aback, but Maxie's emotional turmoil and wrath prevent her from paying attention to what he has to say. Austin's attempt to defend himself is unsuccessful. Due to the fact that she is adamant about being aware of the truth, Austin is driven to display a more negative element of his personality as the disagreement between them becomes more heated. This confrontation not only pulls out Maxie's pain, but it also provides Austin with the opportunity to exhibit vulnerabilities that he has been keeping buried. Maxie's pain is brought out on account of this confrontation. The question of whether or not Maxie is able to allow herself to forgive him is a completely different matter. Considerable cause for anxiety is Spinelli's unfinished business. In the event that this wasn't enough, Maxie's ex-boyfriend, Damian Spinelli, finds himself in the heart of the scenario without even being aware of it. Maxie has always been the object of Spinelli's intense passion, and recent events have brought him back into her circle in a variety of different ways. Spinelli has always had a profound affection for Maxie. Spinelli's protectiveness rises as a result of his first-hand experience with Maxie's melancholy, and he confronts Austin with a warning. If you damage Maxie, there will be consequences. Spinelli's encounter with Maxie's sadness has piqued his protectiveness. Spinelli's activities are perceived by Austen as going beyond the boundaries that have been set, which causes Austen to become defensive. This conversation does not sit well with Austen, who is encouraged to become defensive. Taking into account the fact that Maxie is already battling with her own confusion, the tension that exists between Austen and Spinelli makes the situation far more difficult for her. Spinelli's interference prompts Maxie to reawaken feelings that she had believed she had buried for a very long time. This is despite the fact that Spinelli has good intentions because he interferes. She must confront the possibility that her heart may still be attached to the relationship she had with Spinelli in the past, despite the fact that she is making every attempt to avoid doing so. When Maxie is pulled between two different people, she begins to question her judgment and wonders if she will ever be able to achieve the stability that she has been searching for so desperately. A stunning revelation that has been made. This is only the beginning of the drama that is transpiring. An old letter that Maxie's late husband, Nathan, had written is finally discovered by Maxie during the course of the month. Nathan had written the letter, a compelling remembrance of a love that was unadulterated and true. This letter, which was concealed within her goods, serves as a powerful reminder of a love that looks to be a world different from the reality that she is currently experiencing. Maxie is prompted to recall memories and sentiments that she had repressed in order to move on with her life when she reads Nathan's words. Because of this, she is able to move on with her life. The analogy sheds a bright light on the connection that exists between Nathan's unshakable dedication and the uncertainty that she is experiencing in her current relationships. The letter that she got rekindles her determination to insist on being treated with respect and honesty by everyone who claims to care about her. Maxie's approach to dealing with Austen and Spinelli is bolstered by her newly discovered resolve, which in turn strengthens the strategy that she uses. When it comes to communication, she will no longer tolerate emotional games or half-truths as acceptable means of expression. She is worthy of loyalty, and she is willing to demand it, even if it means severing ties with people of the community who are unable to offer her with what she demands. She is prepared to demand loyalty. A conversation with Mac that is driven not only by emotions. When Maxie is looking for information and trying to gain a better knowledge of the situation, she frequently turns to Mac Scorpio, who is her stepfather and one of the persons she confides in the most. Mac, who is known for being a voice of reason and wisdom, listens while Maxie articulates her fears and frustrations for the very first time. Mac is recognized for being a voice of reason and wisdom. He reminds her of her determination and fortitude, as well as the fact that she has always been able to find a path forward, even in the most challenging of circumstances. He also brings to her mind the fact that she has accomplished this. Through the course of this conversation, Maxie is able to have a moment of grounding, which enables her to recognize that she does not have to rely on anybody else in order to find pleasure. The unwavering support that she receives from Mac acts as a continual reminder to her of the necessity of self-respect and the establishing of boundaries. This, in turn, pushes her to prioritize herself in a level that she has not done in a significant amount of time. This encounter with Mac serves as a turning point, reaffirming her commitment to keep her resolution and let go of anyone who does not take her into consideration. A ray of hope within the darkness. In spite of the overwhelming number of feelings and disagreements, there is still a glimmer of hope that things will turn out well. As the month of November progresses, Maxie comes to the realization that she has more support than she had previously assumed she had. Maxie finds support from friends like Lulu, and even from unexpected allies like Anna Devane, when she's reminded of the community that is all around her. This support comes from the community that is all around her. Maxie is able to feel a sense of belonging and validation as a result of these friendships, which serves to reassure her that she is not the only person suffering through the difficulties that she is now experiencing. When Maxie faces Austin for the last time, she does so with a renewed feeling of self-assurance and a strong desire to make her intentions clearly clear. If he truly wants to be a part of her life, it is absolutely necessary for him to be honest and frank with her. If he fails to do so, she will withdraw from the connection. Because of this confrontation, Maxie's character has undergone a shift. She is no longer the woman who continually challenges her own judgment or who accepts less than she is deserving of. Instead, she has become the woman who can accept less than she deserves. Instead, she is rejoicing in her power and is ready to move forward regardless of whether or not Austin is by her side. She is prepared to move forward, the path that lies in wait for us. With the month of November drawing to a close, Maxie emerges from the experience more confident and self-assured than she was before. Despite the fact that her relationships may still be complicated, she has taken care of her life in a way that is deeply empowering. This takes place despite the fact that she has taken charge of her life. These incidents that have taken place this month serve as a compelling reminder of the necessity of self-worth and the strength required to confront difficult facts. They are a poignant reminder because they serve as a forceful reminder. The trip that Maxie has traveled is one that establishes a connection with individuals who have been present during her growth over the course of her life. It is evidence that she is unyielding in her determination to accomplish her goals, even in the face of betrayal, love, and heartbreak. Maxie's tale is expected to drive fans who see her as a reflection of their own struggles as the storyline of General Hospital continues to expand. This comes as the storyline of the show continues to evolve. Because she is so steadfast in her quest of honesty and respect from others in her immediate proximity, she is paving the way for a phase in her life that has the potential to be transformative. And despite the fact that the way that lies ahead may still be uncertain, there is one thing that can be said with absolute certainty. Maxie Jones is ready to face whatever problems she comes across on her own terms. Dominic Zamprogna, who is most known for his role as Dante Falconeri on General Hospital, recently gave an interview in which he revealed the emotional impact of breaking up with his longtime on-screen love, Sam McCall, who was represented by Kelly Monaco. Zamprogna's role on General Hospital is what brought him the most fame. Not only was the farewell crucial to the progression of the story, but it also left an indelible impression on the actors who were performing the roles. The bond that Dominic enjoyed with Kelly had grown stronger over the course of their time together, and her departure marked the end of an era for his character, for him, and for a large number of admirers. Kelly played a significant role in Dominic's character development. A departure that is bittersweet. Dominic pointed out that the plot required Sam and Dante to say their goodbyes in a manner that was understated and reserved. Specifically, he stated that this delicate equilibrium was essential in order to accurately portray the significance of a relationship that had been growing for a number of years. The plot was based on the history of the couple, that is, not just as lovers, but also as friends who stood by each other through tough periods in their life, such as the loss of a loved one, troubles in their families, and personal growth. During the time that these parting moments were being filmed, Zamprogna provided the following description of the gravity of the situation. There is a vulnerability there that is difficult to reach on command. Not only is it important to act, but it is also important to establish a connection with the person that they actually are. Dominic was experiencing a great sense of loss during the length of the production, and it was challenging for him to portray Dante's emotions without letting his own personal sorrow to take over. Dominic revealed, "When you say goodbye to a character, it feels like saying goodbye to a friend." And he went on to elaborate, "And with Sam, it's been a partnership I grew to treasure." Dominic's words were shared with the audience. The relationship between Dominic and Kelly, as well as their bond. Kelly Monaco and I had built a connection over the course of our years of working together, and it went beyond the sequences that they had shared on film. Dominic pondered on the many different scenarios and tragic events that he and Kelly had experienced together, and made the following remark: "Kelly and I have seen each other through so much. They had been there for each other throughout the progression of their characters' journeys, from Sam's troubled history to Dante's own family relationships that were plagued with challenges. They had been there for each other. The chemistry that existed between the two people gradually developed over time, which led to the establishment of a natural foundation that endeared them to the viewers of General Hospital." Dominic discussed how their support for one another off-camera enabled them to effectively traverse some of the more challenging stories. He pointed out that this support was essential to their success. "There were times when we would both feel the pressure of a scene, but one of us would crack a joke, and it just made everything better," he added with a smile on his lips. "It was just the perfect way to make everything better." He described how Kelly was able to put him at rest, even in the most stressful situations, and how she inspired him to become a better actor simply by being present, honest, and sincere in her work. Furthermore, he mentioned that she was able to make him feel at peace. Another thing that he mentioned was how she always managed to make him feel at ease. The manifestation of feelings that are genuine. Sam Progner said that the scenes in which he was bidding farewell to Kelly drove him to probe the depths of his own emotional well, due to the fact that they were so emotionally intense. In his explanation, he stated, "In some ways, it felt like I was saying goodbye to a part of Dante's past too." He went on to elaborate on his feelings. He said that he felt the same regret that Dante was feeling, as if he too was struggling to come to terms with the death of a trustworthy comrade. Dominic emphasized that it was not simply a matter of saying goodbye to a love interest. Rather, it was the conclusion of a connection that had built over the course of many years of experiences that were intertwined. Dominic is referring to the fact that the relationship had developed over the course of many years. In ways that extremely few people could fathom, Sam had been there for Dante. The fact that they were filming their final moments together forced him to struggle with understanding his own sentiments. Sam had been there for Dante in ways that very few people could comprehend. "It was difficult not to let my personal sadness take over," he stated, pausing for a time before continuing. "It was difficult to contain my emotions. That being said, do you not believe that this is what gives it a sense of realism? My ability to take that melancholy and that yearning and put it directly into Dante is something that I am capable of doing." That Dominic acknowledged that he wanted people to understand the significance of that separation, and that for Dante, this was more than just a farewell. It was a loss of a part of himself, was something that Dominic wanted them to witness. Dominic wanted them to understand that this was something that he wanted them to see. One of the most significant events in Dante's life. The departure of Sam from Dante's life is a crucial turning point in the path that his personality traits have taken over the course of his life. For many years, Dante relied on Sam as a source of strength, trust, and emotional equilibrium on a consistent basis. It was Sam who was his constant buddy. Now that she is gone, he has no choice but to address the void that she has left behind and the ramifications that this has for his future. He is left with no other option. Dominic expounded on the matter by stating, "Dante is currently in a position where he needs to rediscover who he is without her." Dominic provided no further explanation. The fact that he is currently in a position where he must determine where he belongs is something that he finds to be in equal parts alarming and exciting. An open and honest conversation took place between Dominic and Dante concerning the future that lies ahead for Dante. Dominic made a reference to the challenges and changes that his character will go through as he navigates life without Sam. Dominic shared the knowledge that there is a part of him that will always feel connected to her. Dominic's statement contained this information. It is necessary for him to go forward into the future. Nevertheless, this will bring him a great deal of new issues that he will need to take into consideration. Whom does he presently depend on for support? To what extent does he apply various techniques in order to fill this void? Dominic believes that Dante's future will be marked by self-discovery, and that the absence of Sam will put him into situations that will force him to confront his own belief systems regarding love, trust, and personal strength. From Dominic's perspective, this is a development that is favorable for Dante. The following is an excerpt from what he had to say. There is something about loss that causes you to look at yourself in a slightly different light. It is at this exact time that Dante is going to come to an understanding of the very core of his being. There are many different responses from fans, and the legacy of Sante. Dominic was unable to ignore the strong reactions of the fans to Sam's departure because of the intensity of those reactions. Fans of the couple expressed their sorrow and reminisced about the most memorable moments of their relationship on social media, which was loaded with messages that mourned the loss of Sante, the cherished couple moniker for Sam and Dante. Fans also shared their memories of the most memorable days they spent together. A confession was made by Dominic, who remarked, "I see those messages, and they really mean a lot." Dominic's confession was delivered. The fact that the acts we took were able to resonate with such a large number of people is a mind-boggling realization. It is possible to observe the significant effect that the defeat has on the audience, which contributes to the bittersweet nature of the situation. Dominic conveyed his gratitude to the people who had shown their support for the relationship between Dante and Sam, highlighting the fact that their love story was about more than just romance. Their relationship was a story of recovery, of two people who had been through hell and found solace in each other, according to the author. Their relationship was a story of resilience. Putting an end to that is difficult for everyone, including myself, she said. It is difficult for everyone. Zamprogna also brought up the fact that even if this particular chapter has come to an end, the legacy of Sam and Dante will continue to be woven into the fabric of General Hospital. This was another point that Zamprogna brought up. His reply was that there is a history there that no one can erase. He said this in reference to the location. Dante will take that experience with him, and perhaps at some point in the future, it will assist him in regaining his joyful spirits. Advancing progress in steps. When Dominic is confronted with the fact that Sam's absence is readily obvious both on and off the set, he is compelled to reflect on the journey that the two of them experienced together. He expressed his excitement about the potential next steps that could be taken in Dante's plot, and he hinted that Dante's grief will lead to unexpected new twists going forward. He has expressed his delight about the potential next steps. He said, "He is a character who has always had strong ties to family, honor, and loyalty." This statement was made over the course of the talk. The loss of Sam may shake him, but it is not going to break him, the speaker mentioned. He will not be broken by it. Dominic has great hopes that people will continue to demonstrate their support for Dante as he forges a new course of action, despite the fact that the path ahead will be more challenging than anticipated. I am overwhelmed with joy at the prospect of bringing those aspects of Dante to life, as he portrayed them, because there are still a great many aspects of Dante that I have not yet investigated. When Dante and Dominic go on into this new period of his life, however, the memories of Sam will continue to linger in their minds. This is because Sam was a significant part of their lives. At the end of the presentation, Dominic conveyed a heartfelt message to Kelly and the audience, stating, "Kelly has been an incredible partner, and I've learned so much from working with her. Not only has she left an imprint on this show, but she has also left an impression on me. The fact that she is departing is a loss for all of us. In addition, I would like to take this opportunity to convey my appreciation to the fans for each and every message, post, and support that they have provided. We were able to do this when we worked together, and I'm grateful for that." Sasha Gilmore, who is portrayed by Sophia Matson, is reportedly expecting a child, as indicated by the most recent development in the tale. Following the announcement of this news, the General Hospital fans has been filled with a mixture of disbelief and joy. As a result of this unexpected statement, social media has been ablaze with fans expressing a wide range of feelings, ranging from being completely and utterly shocked to being completely and utterly hilarious. Taking into consideration that Sasha's plot has been a roller coaster over the course of the past few months, this is especially true. The revelation came about in such a short amount of time that viewers were left laughing and exclaiming, "It's been like 2 freaking days." The fact that the timelines of soap operas can often be so unpredictable and fast-paced is something that deserves to be acknowledged. What time is it exactly? However, don't you think it's a little too soon? Fans were quick to point out the irony of Sasha's surprise pregnancy news, particularly in light of the fact that the plot appeared to be advancing at a rapid pace. This was especially true in light of the fact that Sasha suddenly became pregnant. Only a few days previously, Sasha was coping with a number of personal challenges, including her battles with her mental health and the passing of her spouse. She was also dealing with a number of other personal issues. According to the opinions of a great number of admirers, Sasha's life has been nothing but a series of unfortunate occurrences, and the unexpected turn of events with her pregnancy appeared to be almost too much to fathom. The response from the fans was both instantaneous and funny throughout the entire event. Sasha's fans made jokes about her superhuman ability to become pregnant in the blink of an eye for no apparent reason, and this resulted in a swarm of memes being shared on social media platforms. According to a tweet that was sent out by a fan, Sasha's chronology deviates from the typical guidelines for soap opera time. To become a parent, all it takes is a single blink of the eye. It was written by another individual that it's like General Hospital just skipped ahead in time in the timeline. The things that this poor girl has been through are beyond my comprehension. A sudden metamorphosis that was both bizarre and reminiscent of a conventional twist in a soap opera was witnessed by many viewers who had been watching the show for a long period. This is the story of Sasha, who went from being lonely to starting over. Despite the fact that some fans responded with a humorous tone, others took a more empathetic position, demonstrating that they understood the challenging road that Sasha had to go through. A series of unfathomable misfortunes have befallen the character, including the death of her husband, Brando, as well as the impact of her mental health troubles, which have been made even more severe by treachery and mourning. Despite the fact that Sasha's pregnancy is a ray of sunshine in the midst of the storm, her supporters are clinging to the possibility that she may become pregnant. On various social media platforms, a lot of followers have voiced their support for Sasha, with one comment containing the following: "If anyone deserves a happy ending, it's Sasha. She has experienced more than what would be considered appropriate for any character to go through." According to the assertions of another person, Sasha is in dire need of a new beginning. It's likely that she will eventually start to feel better when she reaches the point in her pregnancy where she is pregnant. The story has struck a connection with viewers who feel emotionally invested in Sasha's journey from a horrible position to the potential of happiness. This is because the narrative has struck a chord with them. On the other hand, there is a possibility that this pregnancy will be a rebirth for her, allowing Sasha to triumph over the darkness and experience the peace that comes with becoming a parent. If we are to believe the various hypotheses and speculations, who is the father? The announcement that Sasha was expecting a child not only aroused a great deal of anticipation, but it also fueled discussion regarding the possible identity of the father. Some viewers are of the idea that it may be a plot twist that revolves on a prior romance, while others are of the opinion that it could be a mystery individual who will soon enter her life. Both of these interpretations are possible depending on the circumstances, as indicated by the fandom's imaginative estimates, which range from logical to downright outlandish. Individuals who are fans of General Hospital have a significant amount of emotional investment in the characters that appear on the program. Potential explanation: the claim that Sasha's late husband, Brando, was involved gained prominence as a possible reason. The question of whether or not the pregnancy could be a result of the final minutes that they spent together before his untimely demise was the subject of a great deal of debate among fans. There was a fan who expressed their speculation on a message board by saying, "Imagine if Brando is the father. A twist like that would be so devastating, and Sasha's child would be the one to continue on his heritage. It would be a twist that would be heartbreaking." Observers were left considering the poetic justice of Brando's memory being preserved through his child as a result of the idea, which sparked emotional conversations among the audience. According to the customary practice of soap operas, there were some individuals who erroneously assumed that it could be a miraculous conception or perhaps a medical anomaly that could not be explained. On the other side, there were those individuals who tended to have more peculiar thoughts. A humorous tweet with the tagline, "Watch General Hospital pull a Twilight Zone and say the baby is a miracle." And it was intended to be humorous. When Sasha considers everything that she has gone through, the universe owes her this one more than anything else. Regardless of whether the plot twist follows normal soap opera terrain or more supernatural soap opera territory, fans of General Hospital are ready for whatever the show throws their way. They are prepared for whatever General Hospital shows throw their way. Sasha is starting a new chapter in her life, and she is going through an emotional roller coaster. There is a genuine desire among the fans to see Sasha's character achieve stability and happiness. And this desire is at the root of the fan frenzy that has been going on. Sasha has been a figure of resilience throughout the course of many years, overcoming addiction, surviving sadness, and trying to rebuild herself after each and every unpleasant experience. She has been a figure of resilience. The fact that she is expecting a child presents the possibility of a fresh start, and those who are rallying behind her are keeping their fingers crossed that being a mother will give her the sense of security that she has been lacking. According to a remark that was made on an online forum by a fan, Sasha is deserving of experiencing joy once more. This child might be the beginning of something fantastic for her, and it is possible that this child will be the beginning. There was also a person who wrote, "All I want is to see Sasha smile. If doing so is the only way to ensure that the task is completed, then let's go for it." It is evident that viewers have a deep emotional connection to Sasha's character and are rooting for her to find happiness after going through so much misery. This is because the plot is surrounded by an uplifting atmosphere, which makes it plain that viewers have this connection. Furthermore, fans commended Sofia Mattsson's portrayal as Sasha, stressing the sensitive way in which she managed the multiple moods that the character portrayed. Someone who is a fan of Sofia tweeted, "Sofia brings such depth to Sasha," referring to Sofia. This pregnancy arc is going to be an emotional roller coaster, but I am confident that she will make it once in a lifetime. The fans are eager to see how Mattson responds to the new obstacles that are on the horizon, with the expectation that she will bring Sasha's transformation to life with the same degree of honesty and strength that she has always demonstrated. Is there a chance that Sasha will gain something from this happening? It is not just the storyline of the book that is the cause of the excitement around Sasha's pregnancy. Rather, it is the interpretation of the pregnancy itself that is the source of the thrill. It is possible that this is the redemption arc that Sasha's character has been waiting for. It is an opportunity for her to recover her life and establish a new purpose in her new role as a mother. Those viewers who are interested in seeing Sasha break out from the cycle of misery and tragedy are resonating with the possibilities of personal development and healing. Sasha's journey towards self-acceptance and strength is also anticipated to be the subject of the plot, which is another source of anticipation. One of the viewers commented, "A motherly Sasha, overcoming her trauma, is what I've been waiting to see." For instance, this is only one example of the enthusiastic responses that a great number of fans have expressed over the possibilities. Due to the fact that this unexpected turn of events has occurred, it is likely that she may finally be able to find the peace that she has been craving. Another individual chimed in and said, "General Hospital had better give Sasha the happy ending she deserves." And they were right. Just give her the opportunity to finally find out where she stands. A huge number of people who are keen to see Sasha win over her problems and embrace a more promising future generally hold this opinion. They are eager to see Sasha succeed in overcoming her challenges, one that is bright and full of possibilities for the future. As indicated by the recent announcement that Sasha is expecting a child, General Hospital has once again succeeded in captivating its audience by incorporating aspects of drama, hope, and humor into its programming. The followers continue to speculate and express their enthusiasm, despite the fact that they are eagerly anticipating the next episode in the story. Fans have been captivated to their screens as a result of this narrative twist, which has reinvigorated the storyline and opened up new avenues for Sasha's character. Despite the fact that it may come as a surprise, this plot twist has kept fans glued to their screens. As a result of the news that Sasha is expecting a child, there has been a recent uptick in the amount of interest that has been shown in her path. This is because the news brings with it the possibility of both challenges and advantages that are involved with being a mother. It was a fan who stated it pretty eloquently when they asked,